Well, good morning. Welcome back. Another cold day here in the gym. I've got quite a few layers on, and it's helping stay nice and warm, that's for sure. We have a leg day today ahead of us, so we are certainly going to get nice and warm, regardless, I think, of what we were wearing out to the gym today. No matter what, though, I've got 3 tops on. We're probably going to strip at least one of these off by the time we get to some working sets here. But we're going to be starting with our favorite, our hamstring curls, right here. Before we move on to some hip adductors and some pendulum squats, we're going to be doing most of our work today. Pretty excited for it. Been looking forward to this one. Was not able to get in a workout yesterday due to the schedule, which was really disappointing. I was really hoping I was going to be able to get one in at the end of the day after work, but I was just absolutely exhausted. I did not have the energy to get in a quality workout, and I was worried that I would end up just hurting myself or overdoing it or whatever it might be. So I wanted to start this morning fresh and be able to put in the effort that leg day deserves and not just half-ass it. So here we are. No big deal. That happens sometimes. There's nothing we can do about it, and we just got to control what we can control and roll with it, whenever life presents us those moments. So let's get set up for some hamstring curls. I'll see you guys there in just a second. All right, hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight this morning, tighter than usual perhaps. So we're really going to be focusing on lengthening them here through the workout. I'm probably going to do some static stretches over here as well in between my warm-up sets, getting the most benefit out of this warm-up phase, but also these hamstring curls as an exercise period this morning. As I've said many times, I love doing hamstring curls first due to the warm-up potential they provide for the rest of that workout. I think it's an excellent posterior chain warm-up activity, even though you're not utilizing, your quads or your calves. It just gets the blood flowing through this whole region and starts loosening things up that I think we can't skip on the potential benefits of doing them first on a leg day. So throughout the whole phase of this leg curl warm-up, but as well as the actual working sets themselves, we're really going to be focused on making sure that we're getting full lengthening of the hamstring all the way down. We're not stopping short, but also that we're shortening it as much as possible too and bringing it up to here as high as we can and getting the maximum benefit, not just out of the work potential and the volume that we're doing, but also the stretch. And these static stretches are something that I absolutely love doing. I was first exposed to them way back in probably middle school or high school. Actually, probably earlier than that, honestly, with Pee Wee League football to a degree. But they weren't really hammered home until middle school, high school, where football continued to evolve and then track and cross country took over. And they're very simple. They're just static holds, 15 to 20 seconds each. I'll be honest, I haven't been counting for this morning. And we're just simply lengthening that muscle, pushing into it. If you've never done them before, I think you should give them a try. I think you'll surprise yourself. There are a lot of people who can't touch their toes at all, when they're bending over. And I would wager that by the end of the first kind of session doing those, that you might not be able to touch your toes, but you'll visibly notice, even from your own perspective, how much closer you are to actually touching your toes. They really do allow you to sink into that and just lengthen. They're feeling pretty good. All right, working weight. Here we go. Okay. Whew. Those were, I don't know if I want to lower the weight on that or not. It felt like it was almost too much. No, we're going to keep it here for at least one more set. And we're just going to get as many quality reps out of it as we can. If that's 8, ideally at least, great. If that's 10, if somehow we can do more on this next set, that happens every once in a while, great. We've got 70 pounds on there right now with the band added, of course, which, every machine's different. So weight ratios are going to be weird. On a machine like this, the leverage, so to speak, of the weight, how much it actually weighs at any given moment, changes throughout the movement as the effect of gravity changes, and that's why we add this rubber band. But 70 pounds, it ain't nothing, that's for sure. Come on, come on. Okay. That was great. Not bad. Got kind of pissed off at ourselves there. Was not happy with that second to last rep, and I wasn't going to let myself finish on that. So I took a second to recompose myself, really focus it in, give it my all for what was technically that 9th rep, and then crank it out. In this last set, though, I've reduced it down by 10 pounds. So we're down to 60 right now, and we're going to make sure we get maximal benefit out of this here. We're only doing 3 sets. At least that's what the plan is. We'll see. We'll see how this one goes. If there's a little bit left in the tank after it, we might do 1 extra set, but I don't want to overdo it on the hamstring curls just yet. I really want to save most of my work potential for those pendulum squats. We're going to be doing some heavy stuff. So here we go. Oh, okay. That's it. Whew. Okay. That's tough. Tough but good. All right, we're going to clean this up and move over to some hip adductions. Boy, that did a good job of loosening up my hamstrings, warming them up. I am feeling that for sure, which is great. You know, the nice thing about doing these hip adductions right now, we're not going to be blasting a hamstring. It's back to back. We're going to give them a couple minutes here to chill for a second, and then we're going to come back and hammer them again once we get over these pendulum squats. Those are obviously going to be primarily a quad mover, a quadricep mover, where, you know, the front of our leg, so to speak, is going to be doing the bulk of the work, but we're going to be getting in some hamstring and some glute work too in that. All right, time for some hip adductions. I'll see you there. You know, I've really grown to like these here over the last couple of weeks, especially when we get that nice hold right here. This is a great exercise for our adductors, and it's just so easy to feel it. I don't struggle getting the contraction or the hold required to really produce the work and the level of effort that I'm looking for. All right, we got our warm-up set in there, and now we're up to our working weight. I've increased it by 5 pounds as compared to last week, which isn't a lot overall, but on this exercise it's quite substantial, man. We were only doing 30 pounds. You know, I'm no mathematician, but that's like, that's that percentage increase. I'll put it on the screen somewhere with some numbers. That's that percentage increase overall for this weight. So it's a pretty substantial amount of weight to increase for this muscle group in particular. We're going to see how 35 feels. I think we'll be okay. It might be a bit of a struggle here, and we might not be able to do all 3 sets at this weight, but we'll roll with it. Yeah, definitely, definitely tougher, but quite doable. Oh, okay, that's good. We'll take it. Man, Spotify keeps just pausing itself. I don't know why. I have to reopen the app and it just automatically starts playing again. It's really annoying. Whew. All right, I wasn't able to get as good of a hold on those as I would like to. I feel like I was really just swinging them in and out, in and out. But the work was, it's still getting done. I'm really feeling it. The hold is a very important part of this movement, but I don't feel like I'm sacrificing anything. I don't feel like I am using any other muscles to try to move the weight, to get momentum, anything like that. So I'm pretty happy with how this is moving at the moment. I'm going to keep it there one more set. All right, last one. Here we go. Yeah. All right, now we're starting to compromise our form. All right, that's okay. Last set here. Yeah, there we go. Felt like I had that in me. Okay. Whew. Well, those are probably the most exhausting adductions we've done thus far. And man, that was great. All right. We're going to get these ankle straps taken off here. Get some pendulum squats set up. I'll see you there. Man, what a weird feeling being warm and cold at the same time. Got to take the hood off so I don't sweat too much. It's somewhere between 45 and 49 in here probably on average, which is it's pretty cold. It's 22 degrees outside right now. We could run the propane heater the whole time we're in here. That thing though, I think it puts out a minimum of 60,000 BTUs. Sorry, it's a maximum, but it's 40,000 is the minimum. So that's a lot of BTUs for this garage space itself is about approximately 20 by 30. You do the math. We tried that earlier. We're not going to do that again. I'm just a big dum-dum when it comes to those big numbers, but I like to lift big numbers. It's far exceeding the BTU rating in a room of this size needs. So running it the whole time would just be wasting propane, And I run it generally on the lowest setting. On the coldest days, I might crank it up for the preheating, but the effect it gives overall is fairly minimal. All right, we're here to do some heavy pendulum squats. Let's get after it. Hardest part on these right now is that everything's really cold. These handlebars are super freaking cold. So my hands are like, after a set, I've got to give them a second in front of the heater to cool off is the wrong word. The opposite word I want to use right now. Warm up again and regain some feeling back in them because it's just like stainless steel, man. It gets bitter cold. It's not so bad as it was when I first started warming up here. All right, we're going to throw some fives on here, bring this up to a total of 370 in iron weight on it at least. There's certainly more on there from the arms and everything else. But 370 is what we're starting with. We're pyramiding up in weight again, starting with 4 reps. We'll see where it takes us. Oh, gosh, not an impossible set, but man, this bar on my back is still bugging me. And I know what you're gonna say. You said you're gonna change it out last time. I did, and I literally had every intention to do it. I thought about it numerous times, like when I was out here hanging the lights. And I should have swapped it out. I don't know that it's gonna make that big of a difference. I'm sure it's gonna help a little bit. But the overall comfort level on these is not through the roof right now. All this extra padding, I've got literally 3 layers of overshirts on and a t-shirt. And that's certainly not helping anything, making it feel a little, not unbalanced. It's sitting flat, but it's on top of a couple layers of clothes, you know? Didn't like that I had the rest at the bottom of each of those reps there. So we reduced it, but I only took the 5s off. So that means we're down to 360 in iron weight on there right now. I think I can do it. I don't think it's out of the realm of reason to be able to do 360 right now. So I guess we'll just see what happens. If we don't hit all those, so be it. But we're going to give it our damnedest. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't know what it is, if it's a lack of confidence. I don't think that's it. Or if I didn't take enough time warming up at the higher weights here. But that one moved easier than the last one. Now, granted, 10 extra pounds on the prior set, but they moved so much more easily. And it's got to just be the confidence. I jumped in my warm-ups right from 270 to that 370, which is kind of dumb, honestly. Probably should have done another warm-up set or even 2 in there to finalize those last, weight increments that we're going to go up to. So maybe that's the lesson learned. It's just to take a little bit of extra time there and finish out that last 1 to 2 warm-up sets with increasing weights before we jump 100 total pounds. As long as you do this, you still learn things, teach yourself lessons. It's not even learning something in this moment, though. It's the latter. It's teaching yourself a lesson. Shouldn't be jumping weights that way. Thankfully, we didn't get hurt. We're being safe, but it's silly to make weight jumps that large without properly warming everything up, especially, and I've said this to you all a bunch of times, when it's this cold out. All right, last one. Here we go. Keeping the weight the same. 8 reps. Let's go. If I can do this, man, I don't know what the hell I gotta do in those former reps to hit my weight and rep goals. Yeah. Yep. Come on. Here we go. Last set. Okay. Not bad. Oh, that's a good last set there. All right. We're going to take just a minute or two here, and while we're kind of recovering, tear this down. But we're going to immediately get into our leg extensions here for the sake of time and work on taking this down and putting it away while we're doing those too. That last set was good. I clearly need to do more on those first sets, but I got to figure out a way to make that bar and everything else feel a little bit more comfortable, or just get settled in better with the better warm-up. All right, let's crank these bad boys out, huh? 135 pounds. Okay. Got some calf raises to do, and we're gonna wrap this bad boy up. All right. Let's wrap up with these bad boys. We're gonna be supersetting these with some hanging leg raises over there. Not gonna be able to film both of those. Well, we'll try. We'll probably turn the camera around on one set so you can see them at least. So because of that, not gonna be using the timer. We're just gonna literally go 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Super quick here. Let's do it. All right. Whew. All right, everybody. That's all we got time for today. Finish that whole workout there. Man, those were tough. Those back-to-back supersets there. But good. We needed to do some abs today, so glad we got it in. I hope you have a good rest of your week, good rest of your day. Hope the day is kind to you, the people are kind to you, and that you're kind to the people that you interact with. Approach today with as much grace as possible. It was a tough day for me to start. It doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be tough for you, but if it is, I hope you can approach it with some grace for yourself, and the day can give it back to you as well. Get out there, kick some ass, take some names, crush your workouts, hit your goals, chase your dreams, and I'll see you guys on the next one.